Hello, Doug here. Welcome back to yet another board game channel and yet another turn of Eldritch Horror as we attempt to prevent Syzygy from occurring and having all kinds of horrible beasties come through from the other side. Not a good turn. Last turn we lost our first investigator. We lost Mandy Thompson. She went insane while in India. So, but she has been replaced by gangster Michael McGlenn, who has leapt into the fray to assist us. He and his Tommy gun will be able to take out monsters, although that's not what he'll be doing. Well, he kind of will on this turn. Anyway, you'll see. Alright, right, we've got the Doom counter down to 9. We haven't made a dent in our second mystery yet. Mystery which through which we are trying to spawn Eldritch tokens by claiming clues on research encounters and then going to those tokens and beating up a cultist. And if we beat up that cultist successfully, we get to collect these tokens, and we need 4 of them. We have a single gate open. It's a green one in Tunguska, so we got a little time before it goes all the way around. We still have this horrible thing, thanks to our Prelude card, which we're largely just going to ignore, because we have larger issues to deal with, and all we have to do when that activates is fight a deep one, which we've been doing pretty easily so far. Alright, into the investigator's action phase, and we'll be starting with Skids O'Toole. Alright, Skids O'Toole in South Africa. For his first action, he's going to move up to the heart of Africa in an attempt to acquire that clue and get us another Eldritch token appearing on the board. For his second action, there's not really much else he can be doing. We are going to give him a focus token as his second action. Alright, next up we'll see what Michael McGlenn is up to. Alright, Mr. McGlenn is starting in London. What he's going to do for his first action is acquire a ship ticket. Then he's going to move to Rome and extend his move with that ship ticket, getting him down to space 10, where that lovely Eldritch token is. And hopefully we can collect that. Next up is Norman Withers. He's already in shot, so we'll just go ahead. First action, he's going to move down to London, which is actually an okay place, because in London the most common thing that happens when you are successful in an encounter is clue tokens will spawn, and we want clue tokens all over the place. So for his second action, we're just going to have him rest, mostly because there's not really anything else useful he can do. His influence is only 1, so very little point in trying to acquire assets. He has a couple of things he can do while resting, though. Well, first of all, we will get his sanity back up to 3. His health is already full. So, things he can do, well, first of all, he's got a paranoia condition that we can try to get rid of. So we will roll a die and hopefully get a 5 or a 6. Come on, Norman. 3. Nope. Alright. He could still go paranoid on us. The other thing he can do while resting is have a look at this stone chest. When you perform a rest action, you may attempt to pry open the chest. He'll do a strength test. He's got 3. So, an okay chance. And nope, blew it completely. 1, 2, 3. That would be a nice little run if we'd been playing Yahtzee. All right, that is the end of Norman's turn. Now we will be swinging over to Joe Diamond. Okay, here's Joe, who could probably use a rest, but we really can't spend too much time resting when there's moving to be done. He is on a city token, city space rather, which means for his first action he will be able to pick up a ship ticket, move up to space 8 by sea, and then spend that ship ticket to get into Arkham. And we're going to try and spawn another Eldritch token with that clue. Alright, we moved everybody around, we're in position, now it's time to start our encounters. Okay, Skids is doing a research encounter on a wilderness space, so we will flip the card. Let's see, come on, focus, there we go. Oh. At a ruined temple in the hills, you attempt to communicate with the spirits of the people who once lived there. Influence -1. Well, his influence is 1. At least in Eldritch Horror, you do get to roll at least 1 die whenever you're doing a test. He has nothing to help. He does have a focus token, so let's see who. Yeah, let's spend it. Now he does have the mysterious tome, which isn't really helping in this instance. The tome would allow him to re-roll up to 2 dice when spending focus on... Oh wait, no, I thought that was influence. It's lore. Never mind. It wouldn't have done any good anyway because he's only rolling 1 die. Alright, come on, Skids. Be a silver-tongued devil. No! He just doesn't know what to say to the spooks. If you pass, blah. If you fail, they perceive you as a threat and expel you magically from their temple. Move to a random space. I suppose there are worse things. I guess it depends on what the random space is. So we will just draw a random clue token and see. Its Skids has been sent off to space 21. He's now over in the Australian outback, which is not especially near a clue. Of course not. Still, that clue will stay there. It didn't say to discard it or anything. We can keep trying. Next, let's move to Michael McGlenn. Okay, we didn't move far to join Michael. He's up on the west coast of Africa. And as we double check the mystery, see, it says, as an encounter investigator on a space containing an Eldritch token may attempt to stop the ritual. A cultist monster ambushes him. If he defeats it, place that token on this card. So I just grabbed... Actually, we don't need the cultist figure because the info is all on the Syzygy card. First up, he'll do a horror check. Horror is equal to the number of Eldritch tokens on the red space of the Omen track. Still only at 1. So we're only trying to avoid 1 sanity damage with a roll will +1. So that he's going to be rolling 4. Oh, a single success, which is all he needs to block. Now, he will actually be fighting it. So, we'll be doing a strength check. Try to avoid getting hit for 1. And its toughness is equal to the Eldritch tokens on the red space +1. So we'll have a toughness of 2. Now, Michael's strength is 4. And the Tommy gun gives him a focus, please. There we go. A +4 in combat encounters. So we'll be rolling 8 dice. I only have 5. So if necessary, we can just re-roll some of them. Yeah, it's going to be necessary because he didn't get anything on those 5 dice. Oh boy, really? 1. Did 1 damage to it. Perfect. Come on, Michael, you've got a Tommy gun. How could you let a little cultist avoid... well, he didn't take any damage anyway. He prevented the 1 incoming. Cultist runs away. Next turn we'll just have to fight another one. Alright, let's switch to Norman Withers. Alright, Norman in London. We'll probably need that. Here we go. London on top. An archaeologist asks you to find information about the De la Pere family. Observation -1. His observation is 3. So we'll be rolling 2 dice. Right. Doesn't have anything that's going to change that. Okay, you succeeded. You rolled a 6 there. So, if you pass, he offers you his help. Gain the Sir William Brinton unique asset. If you fail, blah blah. Okay, didn't get any clues, but let's have a look, see who Sir William is. Through there. Sir William Brinton. He's going to hang out with Norman. He'll give Norman a +1 will and +1 observation. After resolving a research encounter, Norman will recover a sanity, and on a reckoning, he'll actually spawn a clue somewhere. Okay. He's actually useful. How nice. All right. Let's go over to Joe Diamond now and see if he can do a better job at spawning an Eldritch token than Skids did. All right, research encounter time, and we are on a city space. Ooh. There you go. You pore over your notes for anything that might explain the recent cosmic anomalies. Observation -1. Oh, his observation's 4. He's going to get to roll 3. How nice. He got a success. Please let him pick up the clue. If you pass, you realize that they are increasing in frequency as the eclipse nears. Gain this clue, yay, and improve will. Okay, first of all, it's going to take the clue, spend it, to spawn an Eldritch token on the nearest wilderness space, which is going to be, it's a little out of shot, but it's up in Greenland, because it's only 1 space away. Also, he gets to improve his will. If I can just find a will token. Oh, here we are. Blue for will. Alright, which puts his will up to a base of 3. Now, I think I was forgetting to do this earlier, but we'll just start doing it now. Once per round, when Joe Diamond improves a skill, also improve 1 other skill of your choice. So I should have done that when he improved his skills earlier, but I didn't. So, I'm going to choose to, I guess it can't do the same one twice. It says other skill. Let's put up his lore, because it is currently his lowest, so he'll now have a lore of +3. as well. So his was better. At least Joe knows what he's doing. And that will end the encounter phase. And I'm a little worried about what's going to happen on the next Mythos phase. Because a couple of our people are pretty low, but we had to risk it and just barrel ahead. And I'm just going to put the cultist back there. All right, into the dreaded Mythos phase. Okay, that was all less than successful. So lovely, we have tentacles. All right, first things first. Omen track moves onto the red. We don't have any red gates, however, we do now add another Eldritch token to the red Omen, which means our cultists are stronger now. Yay! Next up, Reckoning. Alright. Let me remind myself of order again. Monsters. The cultist does not have an effect, but this old one, those monsters don't have any, so it's just, yep, the Cathilla, which means once again a deep one ambushes the nearest investigator. I think, yeah, that's actually going to be Skids over in Australia. He's only 2 spaces away. Everybody else is, yeah, more than 2 spaces. All right, well, let's zoom in on Skids and do battle. Right, here's Skids on the northern shores of Australia. And yes, as we all know, Australia is filled with horrible, terrible creatures. And now we can add Deep One to the list. Alright, first thing is to do the horror check. So we'll be testing his will without a modifier to prevent 2 sanity damage. His will is currently at 4. Okay, he blocked both sanity damage. Good. Then he will do a strength -1 check to basically prevent 1 damage. Again, it doesn't matter how much damage we do to it because it's just going to go away in an ambush regardless. So his strength is 4, so that's only going to give him 3. And we really just want a single success. But he got 2, so he took it down anyway. Go away. Alright, back to the world view so we can continue with the reckonings. Alright, that's monsters taken care of. The Ancient One has no reckoning. We don't have any more Mythos cards with reckonings because, well, they all activated and went away. Possessions. So let's see. First up will be Skids' Enchant a Weapon spell. I'll be testing his lore and flipping the card. His lore is 2. 1 success. So 1 or 2. The magic draws power from your mind. Lose 1 sanity. Okay, that leaves him at 4. And it could have been worse, I guess. Michael, no. Norman. Well, his ally that he just picked up, Sir William, is going to spawn a clue for us. Thank you, Sir William. So, a clue will be spawning in space 10. Oh, right where Michael is with the Eldritch token. That could have been placed better. Yeah, that's it for possessions. Now we have to do conditions. So first up will be Norman's paranoia. Going to be testing his will. If you fail, flip the card. He does have a will of 5 after some stat improvement. We just need 1 success. We got a couple. Okay, nothing happens with that. And Joe has a couple. He's got a back injury. We'll be testing his strength. I don't know. Let's do the good sounding one first. His funding. We could hold on to it, or is Joe? Yes, Joe is on a city space, so we could flip the card. I'm going to go ahead and chance it and see what good we have. Hopefully we can deal with any debt conditions that come up. Otherwise, whoop, hired gun. With so much mayhem overtaking the world, you know you will not be able to put an end to the rampant disasters on your own. You slide your offer across the table to the rough-looking man. The monster of your choice on any space loses 3 health, then discard this card. Okay, let me think. Who would we like to? I could knock this down, but we're handling him fine. There's the cultist in San Francisco. The Chocho has 1. This does the rat thing. I think I'm going to, it's a little overkill, but we're going to get rid of the Chocho, because it would be nice to have access to Tunguska, as there is both a gate and an expedition there. Alright. Now the back injury. We'll be testing strength. Joe's strength is 3. Come on, Joe! Success. Okay, we don't have to flip it over and probably take a lot of damage. Alright, that has dealt with all the reckonings. Final icon, we will be spawning another gate. In Shanghai. It's a red one, which is not bad because we're on the red, so it's going to take a while for it to swing back around. I'll reach into the monster bag and get... Oh, good. A Shoggoth. Lovely. Big, horrible beastie. You can see it has 4 toughness. Oh well. It does have a reckoning effect. Oh, on a reckoning it just heals up completely. Lovely. We might have to avoid Shanghai for a bit. It's a good thing it's red, and it'll come around for a bit. Alright, then the rest of the card is tentacles. That's bad. Title, Overwhelming Swarm. Duh. These ancient constructions were more than just places of worship and repositories of knowledge. They were physical bulwarks against those creatures of nightmare that come from beyond. You can see, brick by brick, those walls are coming down. Spawn 1 monster on each space containing a gate, 1 monster on the active expedition space, and 1 monster on the mystic ruins space. Then each investigator encounters each monster on his space in the order of his choice. Okay, so that means we're going to have, we're going to end up with 1 in Tunguska again, because there's a gate there. Okay, let's do Tunguska first. Tunguska gets, okay, just a cultist. Put stands on those later. Then another one in Shanghai, this time a werewolf. Toughness, physical resistance. On a reckoning, move this monster one towards the nearest investigator. Then each investigator on the space loses 1 health. Great. It's going to follow us around. Then one on the active expedition space, which is, yes, Tunguska. Going to be a ghoul, which is not the worst. That's a much lower level than some of the others. If you lose health during the combat, you gain a paranoia condition. Beautiful. And finally, one on the Mystic Ruins space. And it's going to be a vampire. Ugh. If you fail the will, do not resolve the strength. If you lose health from the strength test and this monster is not defeated, it recovers 2 health. Stupid vampires. Alright. Well, that wraps up that turn. That could have gone much better. We at least did get 1 other Eldritch token to spawn, but we didn't pick any op, which is what we really want to do. And we got monsters all over the place. Yay. Alright, well, thanks everybody for watching. Thank you all very much for liking and subscribing, and the comments, and pointing out any errors. I don't appear to have made any errors last turn, at least none that anybody caught. So, yeah, thanks once more for watching, and we will see you next time for yet another turn of Eldritch Horror. See you then.